All right, I'm NAZ Today meteorologist Lee Bourne. Thanks for checking in with us. Been a while, and it feels like a whole new season, which it is. The monsoon, thank goodness, has kicked in. We got the water vapor loop here to start us off here in Arizona, and when I put this into motion, just notice how all the moisture, and this is over a 4 or 5 day period, keeps circulating in out of the south. And here's a look at it, and this is the typical monsoon pattern. Moisture coming in off the Gulf of Mexico, out of the south, out of Mexico, also surging in a little bit out of the Gulf of California. Still the early stages here of the monsoon, and the storms have been spotty, but we're going to start to see it really pick up as we get into next week. All right, what is the monsoon? The monsoon, as we have talked about before, and as you may know, is defined by a seasonal wind shift. Much of the year, we are in the westerlies, things coming in off the Pacific. But for a few months of the year, July, August, into September, we start to see our winds shift to southerly. So what I've pulled up is a map of our overall wind circulation. Here we are in Arizona. High pressure today on this Friday, July the 14th, right on top of us here in Arizona. But notice these wind flags. The flags are from the direction, and the clockwise circulation around the high pressure is easterly right now. Kind of a low-grade monsoon pattern we're in right now. I'm going to put this into motion and watch what this high pressure does over the next couple days. And also notice these flags. All of our circulation out of the east. We're out of this westerly type flow now, all due to this high pressure. As we get into next week, watch this high pressure kind of build in to the central plains, and it really just opens up our gates for the circulation to come in into the south-southeast. And that'll be unabated kind of tropical moisture flow as we get into early next week. In the meantime, right now, we are in kind of that high pressure right on top of us in a low-grade monsoon, but I'm expecting early next week for things to really pick up. So we track these dew point temperatures, which are a great marker of how much moisture is in the atmosphere. And here's our current dew point temperatures across Arizona. The 40s across northern Arizona, 50s right across central Arizona, and the most moist air is cooped up in southern Arizona. So what's going to happen on this Friday, and once again on Saturday, with this low-grade monsoon pattern and the deepest, richest, deep moisture-rich air down to the south, we'll see the thunderstorms develop right along the Mogollon Rim and the mountain regions of the White Mountains, and then kind of push off into this moisture-rich air and be a little bit more active down around Yavapai County. That's Friday and again Saturday. As we get into Sunday and next week, and we saw that kind of flow starts to really open up and moisture moves in, look what happens with the dew points. We start to see the 50s up across northern Arizona and the 60s pushing up from the south central deserts all across the Mogollon Rim. So as we get into particularly Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, looking for a moderate to high grade type monsoon activity and really start to see that rain get spread across the state, because it's been kind of spotty here thus far. Okay, here's our weekend weather outlook for cities across the region. Kind of hot out there on Saturday with just some spotty showers and thunderstorms, kind of isolated. A little more active as you get down into Yavapai County, where some of that more moisture-rich air is. But these temperatures kind of on the hot side start to nudge them down a little bit Sunday. And Sunday, thunderstorm activity becomes a little bit more widespread, but really starts to spread it out here as we get into early and particularly mid-next week. Okay, here's our Flagstaff 5-day forecast, mid-80s through the weekend with just some spotty showers and thunderstorms for us. But as we get in early next week, notice those temperatures start to nudge down, and I'm expecting some good rainfall around here as we get into next week, which is great news. You know, we're still in some pretty high fire danger. Stage 1 fire restrictions are in effect across the Coconino Forest, Coconino National Forest. All right, have a great weekend. We'll check back with you next week.